Hi everybody, Jen again here with another process layout for you. Today I am working on pictures from one of my friend's weddings from 2010, I think it was, July of 2010. So these pictures here, they had an outdoor wedding. So these pictures are of them walking out after the ceremony's over. I don't have tons of pictures from her wedding. I don't even think I brought my own camera to that wedding. I don't know why or what happened there, but I just mounted them vertically onto a piece of light blue cardstock, and I'm using my Gossamer blue. I think it's the July kit. Might be some leftovers from the June kit for this layout. That flowered piece of paper is from Crepe Paper Open Road, which I love. And then this white and gold dot is my Mind's Eye Market Street. And I am so not a gold person. I don't like gold, but it worked perfectly with this wedding layout. So initially, I'm cutting it in such a way that I was going to use it as a mat, but I change that in the end. It's going to be used vertically instead. Two pieces of it's going to go vertically like that. And I end up, I think, cutting it down a little bit as well. So it's a little bit smaller, and I'm just marking it off so I can actually save paper there. I'm marking it so that I can cut off pieces of it and save the middle, because there's no point in using the whole vertical piece if I don't have to. So this paper here, I think, again, is Crepe Paper Open Road, and I don't know, that's a Gossamer Blue exclusive, excuse me. That I can see the branding strip at the bottom of that one is the Crepe Paper Open Road, that floral, which I absolutely love, and I end up using that as my background, I think. Yeah, I use that teal floral. I am not a floral person. I am so not a girly girl at all. I am a rough and tumble, bright colors, don't do the gold, don't do the flowers kind of girl. So it's very tough for me to use florals and gold and anything that's girly girl, but these pictures definitely call for it. I don't have a lot of pictures that would call for using girly girl colors. I don't use pink a lot. I'm usually a very teal oriented. That's my color, teal. So I'm using my ruler to line up those two pieces of gold paper so that they're not crooked and they don't look like they have been cut, and there's no middle in there. And that, I think, this red piece, I'm going to cut a very small piece out of it. It's going to go just in the bottom, I think. And that is, let's see, I think that's another Gossamer Blue exclusive piece of paper. I wasn't too keen on it, honestly. It was okay, but it wasn't, definitely not my favorite piece of paper. So here I am, all I'm doing is rearranging my layers here so I can get ready to glue them down. And I'm gluing that red piece. It's a much larger piece of paper than was necessary, I think, but I don't feel bad or guilty about it because I really wasn't, like I said, didn't love it. So I'm going to glue down my horizontal piece of the floral paper here first, and then put everything, that whole stack, on top of it, and then I'm going to start pulling out embellishments, and I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want it on the page. And I think I go straight in the middle. Centered perfectly. Let's see, there I go, right in the middle. Yep, that's where I decide it's gonna stick. And I'm looking here, and in a minute or two you're gonna see the light start shining through. My scrap room faces into the setting sun, so you're going to start noticing a glare come through the window, and it's going to be like that for a little while. I apologize, I didn't even realize it while I was scrapping. And I do eventually close the what is it? Not the shade, the curtain. That's the word, the curtain. But it'll make it a lot darker. So here I'm looking through, trying to figure out what I want to do, and I'm pulling out my title, and I was looking for letter stickers. That's what I was doing in that pause back there. I pulled out some thickers in, I don't know, I think it's a jewelry box font that says begins, and the title is going to be their story begins. And I'm using these October Afternoon Mini Market stickers that will coordinate with the red piece down at the bottom that I didn't love. There's that glare you can see. I apologize for that again. It doesn't even bother me anymore. I deal with it on a daily basis, and I would most of the time would rather have my curtains open with the extra light than close them and be really dark, which I have brown curtains in that room, so it makes it really dark even with my additional lights when the curtains are closed. So I try to scrapbook during the day as much as possible, but that isn't always possible. So I'm using my Tombow Mono Aqua glue to glue down my thickers. They are not foam thickers, they're chipboard, so I had to glue them down. So I'm just finishing here, rearranging my title with those mini market stickers. And like I said, they're friends of mine, so I don't have a whole heck of a lot to journal on here, so there's not too much space for it. I'll probably later on jot a couple of notes down and about it. It's a very close friend of mine. It's one of my best friends, actually. But I had done another page about their wedding previously that I journaled quite a bit on. So this is more just pictures than it is journaling, and they'll go right back to back in the album. I have a couple of more layouts of the wedding coming up as well, and they are more of the reception. So I've already done one for the wedding. This is my second page for the wedding, and then I've got two for the reception coming up. So I'm pulling these, they were my Mind's Eye Market Street sticker sheet here, and I pulled one, I think it says I love you to the moon and back. I don't really use that saying too much myself. I don't have kids, I'm not married, so I don't really have anyone to say that about. I will if I'm doing a page for my boyfriend and I, but I try to avoid that until it's been a long-term thing with good reason. And then I pulled out this pick, that Fancy Pants pick right there, and it says, and they lived happily ever after, and I thought it went perfect with this layer. Again, I have no use for it, so figure either use it here or it'll probably go to waste. So I'm going to pop up that saying I love you to the moon and back on pop dots and put the pick right underneath it, and I actually cut off the pick part of it because it was going through the bottom of it. So I just cut off the bottom, and I'm going to start adhering that down under the photo as more of a little subtitle than anything. And that's the majority of the journaling on my page. Like I said, I'll probably journal something right over to the right there at some point. I pulled out these wood veneers. They are very difficult to see because of the glare right now, but they are heart pennants, and they're triangle pennant shapes, and they have a heart cut out in the middle. So I'm going to adhere to there, and then I think one other place in a little while. Well, I did put a journaling spot in there. I'd gotten the new Heidi Swap gold foil Project Life kit, the mini kit. So I pulled out one of the cards that says love, and so that'll give me a small little place to journal on the left there. And I opened up the embellishment box, and because it has a lot of gold, and like I said, I don't love gold, so I figure I'll try to use as much as I can here. And I use a lot of the arrows. I use several arrows, several hearts. And I think I do manage to get that love on this layout. I could be wrong. I don't have the layout with me right now to check to see if it made it on there or not. So I'm going to glue that card, the Project Life card, down as my journaling spot and start adhering these arrows. It would be so much more awesome if those arrows had adhesive on the back, but they don't. So I'm using my Scotch Quick Dry just to put a little bit of glue on there and get them down onto the page. And they're pointing at my title to draw your eye to the title. And I have a couple of white and gold hearts that will make it onto the layout, and I think a blue and gold heart makes it, the one that's right over my friend Jordan's back in one of those photos. That's going to make it onto the page in a different spot. So I'm sorry about that glare again. It's really bad. So I'm adhering those wood veneer pennants. You can see them a little bit better there. And I had bought one of the grab bag wood veneer, grab bags from Gossamer Blue. I think it was in June. They were fairly inexpensive, $2 or $3, maybe a little bit more than that, for a fairly decent sized bag of wood veneers. So I just added them to my kit because I find that the Gossamer Blue kits don't have as many embellishments that as I would like, and that says a lot because I don't embellish tons. Although this page is more heavily embellished than most, I think. So I made a little glue puddle there, and I'm stamping my wood veneer in the glue so that they'll stick to my page. Now I pulled the curtain and it makes it extremely dark, and I don't have a choice. It's either, and that's with all the lights on in my scrap room. So I'm working on getting more lights. I adhere something to put the date, and I use that gold and white polka dot heart. I think I actually used the blue one there instead of the gold one near that date. And I'm going through to find some stickers to put the date, and I go with these October Afternoon Daily Flash. They are white and teal. So I'm putting the date, which was July 10th of 2010. I think I do it as just numbers. So it'll say, I think it says 7/10/10. And then I use a gold marker to put dots in between to make it look like it's a date rather than just random numbers. So I'm going to be doing that here in just a second, reaching for my gold pens. Then I'm going to just try them out on a piece of scrap paper to see which one I like best because I don't know. I don't think I've ever used a gold pen in my life, even though I think I own 3 of them. So I'm putting that down, and I think that's about it for my layout. Putting a couple things away. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.